Hey, TLC family and friends. Happy Wednesday to everybody. I hope you're having a great week thus far. And tonight we've got a exciting word of encouragement from Brian's sermon. But first, I wanted to remind you about our upcoming plans for midweek. 2 weeks from tonight, we will have Graduation Wednesday. We're going to be honoring a few graduates, including Clara McKenzie Law, Jonathan Luca, and Ken Baugh. Listen, if you have a grad that's not on that list, please send me an email or Shelly an email. Let us know as soon as possible. We want to make sure that we include all of our graduates in our honoring ceremony and service that June 3rd, that Wednesday night. So put that on your calendar. The week following Graduation Wednesday, it'll be June the 10th. Wednesday, June the 10th, will be our first return to midweek. We'll be starting our classes for all ages across the campus, and we're really excited about that. Now listen, parents, if you've got a concern about your child or your student returning to campus for midweek, then please reach out to me. Let me know if there's a way that we can accommodate to make you comfortable. We are taking extra precautions and planning to try to do proper distancing. I'm talking with Pastor Streeters to work on that. And so we've got some plans in the works. We're going to be communicating that out to you. And if you're just not comfortable sending your kid back yet, sending your child or student back yet for midweek, we completely understand. But if there's something that we can do, in some way that we can handle that, again, please reach out and let us know. We want to do all that we can. We're so excited to be resuming our midweek service starting the first week of June. We think it's going to be a great thing. Pastor Daryl's been working on some great curriculum for our classes. We'll be restarting our financial series. One of the classes, another class will be a brand new material. So we're excited about that. You'll be hearing more about that in the days to come. And so we look forward to seeing you back on campus the first week of June. Now here's a great word from Brian.
Good morning, everyone. What a beautiful day to be serving God. So I'm just coming to you today from outside my house, enjoying the beautiful sun that we're having today. And so I wanted to share a word of encouragement with you. And I pray that something that I give you in the next just couple of minutes is able to help you and to provide some encouragement and some knowledge about what we're going through and where we're going. Amen. Worked hard in the yard yesterday after the winds came around. It blew. I have a huge oak tree right over here to my right, and it blew a bunch of limbs and stuff off of it and had some dead ones. And so I went outside and I cut them down and did some work out here in my yard yesterday. And then we installed this little a green like swing thing around and hung it from the tree. That way when Georgia gets here in a couple of weeks, she can lay on that thing. We're going to spin her around and make her real dizzy and have just fun outside, enjoying the weather that we're having. But as I laid down on that my own self, just to give it a test ride and see if it could hold my 200 and none of y'all's business weight, I laid down on that and I looked up into the tree that it was hanging from and saw how high that oak tree was. And I thought, man, that is impressive. I wonder how long that tree has been planted to grow to that depth. And then as I laid there and it was spinning because the wind was just ever so softly blowing, I looked over to my neighbor down the street and he had an oak tree that's even probably 20 or 30 feet taller than what mine is. And I thought, that is mighty impressive. And a thought came to me. A lot of times you see people when they plant trees, whether it's an oak tree, an apple tree, or whatever, they plant that baby down and they start watering it. And you'll see them out there, they'll water it in the morning, they'll water it at noon, they'll water it at night. And then it'll grow a little bit, and then they'll do tie-offs on it. And so you'll see it tied, and so that way when it grows, it's going to grow straight. But I got to thinking to myself, and I thought, I never see anyone on one of those big oak trees just standing there with a water hose going, I'm watering this, and you just see them sitting there watering it. I don't stand by my oak tree and water it. I don't. I water my flowers or water my rose bushes, pray that I don't kill them. And that's about all I do. But the oak tree, I don't worry about what the oak tree is going to do. I don't worry about it. it just grows. Sometimes wind comes and it knocks some branches off, but the oak tree still stands. It still stands firm. And I started thinking about it, and I thought about Jeremiah chapter 17. And it says, "But blessed is the man who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is in him. He will be like a tree planted by the water that sends out its roots by the stream." I started thinking, man, the roots of a tree go down deep. No one has to water it. It gets down into like maybe the groundwater, and it gets its nutrients from there, and it grows and it prospers off of what is in the ground and the growth that is taking place right there. And it just stands the test of time. It just grows 20, 30, 40 years, and nothing shakes it, nothing stirs it, nothing goes away out. And let me tell you, our nation, our church has been through some stuff that is unprecedented in my lifespan. We have seen some stuff. I know people, I've been laid off my job. Others have been laid off their job. Uncertainty on every front. And no one knows what tomorrow is going to bring, and we're not even able to gather together as a church family and be a part of each other and visit with each other and be able to minister. It was just an odd, weird feeling. And I started thinking about our root system and where we're going. Our roots having to be planted deep into the ground. How do you plant your roots? Well, you're active in church. You're coming to church expecting something to take place. When the man of God or pastor is preaching, or whoever it may be, you're plugged into it. You're listening to it. So many times you come to church and we're worrying about what's going on in our nation, what's taking place in my job, my family's life, my sickness, health, or something like that. I encourage y'all, from here on, I guess, when you come to church for that hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes we're normally in church, forget about what's pressing outside of church. Forget about the things that's on this world. Focus on receiving the Word of God and planting your root system so deep that the streams that flow that we don't even see are able to water them, to provide depth in your relationship with God. So when these troubles come, and there will be another one, every 2 years it seems like some major sickness comes our way. And they always name them something weird. So the next one, who knows what it will be. But when it comes, and it will come, you're not going to be worried about what's taking place. You're going to go, I am planted like a tree, like an oak tree. I don't care what comes my way. I don't care what takes place. My trust is not in the things of this world. My hope is not in our government. I love our nation. I love my state. I love where I live. But my hope is not in this world. My hope is in Jesus Christ. It doesn't matter if this president stays in or if another president comes. And that's coming soon. My hope is in a king, not in a president. And the King of Kings is going to be able to hold you, to take care of you, to see you through the tough times in your life if you're prepared. Get your root system deep now, so when the next time comes, it's deep, it's planted, it's firm, it's solid. And you're able to make it through whatever the storm may be. There's some people in our church that I know some things that they go through, and I don't know a whole lot. But all of us sort of kind of know some of the things that some of our church families gone through. And to see them come through it, to see them standing firm, to see them going, it doesn't matter. Yeah, heartache may come. There may be things that come in my life that rock me, that shake me, that stir me. But I am going to be unchanged. I am going to worship the King of Kings. I am going to water my roots. I'm going to have them planted deep, that no matter what comes, I know who my Redeemer is. Psalms chapter 1 and verse 3 says, and he, once again talking about a tree, is a tree planted by the brooks of water, which giveth its fruit in its season, and whose leaf fadeth not. And all that he doeth prospereth. All that he does prospers. All that he does prospers. Some of you have been going through some stuff in your life and you're going, how am I going to make it? You're going to make it because you're going to set your roots deep. And when the winds blow, when confusion takes place, when things come against you, you're going to be able to stand firm and know, hey, I am able to make it through this time in my life. Not because of what I'm going through right now, but because I have set my roots deep. I have planted them deep, and my nourishment is coming. Now, some of y'all looked at it and says, all he doeth prosper, and you're going, well, thank God, I think I need to go play the lottery or something. It's not talking necessarily about money. It's talking about everything that you do. He's going to order your steps. He's going to guide you. He's going to direct you. He's going to take care of you. He's going to lead you. He's going to see you through no matter what the situation is. But not only is he going to see you through it, you're going to prosper through it. There's going to be things that come to you that God is going to help you with that you're not going to even be able to understand it. I'm believing that as we come back together as a church, as we go through these next months, that some of you who've been praying for lost loved ones and for other ones, I am believing that God is going to open the doors. He's going to bring our lost loved ones back. He's going to bring them back to Calvary. I am believing that some of you with health issues, that God is going to just wipe them off. I am believing that good things is going to take place in your life. Why? Because the Word of God says, and all that he doeth prospereth. All that he does prospers. I'm so glad to be a part of a church that is growing, that loves people, loves God, and wants to make it to heaven. I'm so glad to be a part and to be able to walk through this with y'all. I pray that God will bless you and he will increase you. And we look forward to being with you and growing together with you. God bless.
Brian, thanks so much for that reminder that we need to set our roots deep. And now is a perfect time. This is a great season to do just that. People are not sure what we need to be doing right now as we're coming out of this lockdown and kind of stay-at-home order, and people are easing back in to kind of a normality. And if God has been stirring your heart and soul during this season, it's a great time to set those roots deep and be able to endure any winds and any storms that may come about your way in the future. Appreciate that word, Brian. Again, it was great to see everybody on campus last Sunday, and we're looking forward to what God is going to do this week at TLC, and we want you to keep expecting great things. Have a great Wednesday evening. We'll see you real soon. God bless.